But as the flag was raised in 1962, this was the speech of Dr. Eric Eustace Williams. And I want you to listen carefully and not only think back, but think about right now. Think about Rowley. Think about the PNM. Think about the EBC. Think about finances. Think about the niece of a sitting minister. Think about the head of the EBC being the best friend of the Minister of Education, the Minister of Bundles. Think about all of that. Think about the SOE. Think about the frivolous reason. Think about our democracy and where it is. Think carefully as you listen to this clip from Dr. Eric Eustace Williams, and we thank the people at MCTV, news station, news channel, for giving us this video. Run it.
Welcome to another edition of Our Sporting Heroes. Today though, we have an episode with a twist. The hero is not Brian Lara, Aisley Crawford, Keishon Walcott, or 2006 Soca Warriors, or even our very own 1979 World Championship netball team. No, with independence in the air, we look back at a clip from the Independence Day speech from our very first Prime Minister, Dr. Eric Williams.
The first responsibility that devolves upon you is the protection and promotion of your democracy. Democracy means more, much more, than the right to vote, and one vote for every man and every woman of the prescribed age. Democracy means recognition of the rights of others. Democracy means the equality of all in the eyes of the law. Democracy means equality of opportunity for all in education, in the public service, and in private employment. I repeat, and in private employment. Democracy means responsibility of the government to its citizens, the protection of the citizens from the exercise of arbitrary power and the violation of human freedom and individual rights. Democracy means freedom of worship for all, and the subordination of the rights of any one race to the overriding right of the human race. Democracy means freedom of expression and assembly and organization. All that is democracy. All that is our democracy, to which I call upon all citizens to dedicate themselves on this our Independence Day. This is what I meant when I gave the nation as its slogan for all time: discipline, production, tolerance. Our national flag belongs to all of us. Our national coat of arms with our national birds inscribed therein is the sacred trust of all our citizens. So it is today. Please, I urge you, let it always be so. Let us always be able to say with the psalmist, behold how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
Well, that's the end of this episode of Our Sporting Heroes. Happy 59 Independence wishes from all of us here at Multicultural Television and Rhythms Communication Network.
If all of you did not listen to that and realize that on each and every point made by Dr. Eric Eustace Williams, Keith Rowley and the PNM failed dramatically. He stated that democracy, we must protect our democracy. Has our democracy been protected, or has it been attacked by Keith Christopher Rowley? In Tobago, since January, there's been a 6-all tie, and the PNM is governing Tobago and spending money as if the election never happened, calling an interim person chief secretary as if nothing happened, instructing the EBC to change the seats and to gerrymander to move to 15 seats, now calling a retreat to move over there under state of emergency to have an election to try and hold power. Is that democracy? Is that fairness? Is the EBC independent? Are the boundaries normal, or are they shifting polling divisions in San Fernando West and shifting them out of Oropouche into Oropouche and shifting areas around San Fernando East into San Fernando West to protect that seat, to try and make it a safe PNM seat? Are they building houses all over the marginals on agricultural land to give you democracy? Dr. Williams talked about one man, one vote, protecting that. Did we not just have an election where the PNM said in a pandemic the only country in the world that refused its citizens the chance to come home to vote by an exemption policy that kept citizens out? Over 35,000 citizens, intelligent, brilliant citizens, were left out of the electoral process. Is that what Dr. Williams was talking about? He talked about equality under the law, yet we see Zessers and Wessers. We see PNM AGs braying like donkey, dribbling on man in a room without mask and being protected. We see in 14 people on a boat and them investigating. We see in Zessers on the ground getting charged, while ministers wear their masks like chin strap, convent girl, prime minister, minister of bundles, none of them getting charged. One law for the haves, one law for the have-nots. We seen a big PNM when they had Andrew Gabriel's daughter wedding, while everybody else is under lockdown, shutdown, and broke down. Equality under the law? I think not. Responsibility to protect all citizens. Is that happening? With our porous borders, illegal immigration, and now under the pandemic, Brazilian variant, and now they're claiming Delta variant is spreading. Where the Delta variant pass? Are the police protecting all equally, or is there one law for one and one law for the others? What happened with the case? Hey, where's the comings and goings? Are we fostering protection? What about the cash lady? Is there an investigation in that? What about Calderhart? Did he really lie that was not his family? Where's the investigation? Anything into Las Alturas? Anything into Landed? Did they redo that investigation because of the technical difficulty by the Integrity Commission? Is there one law for everyone? How many UNC councillors over the last 10 years have been pulled into the police station for protesting, while Rowley and the PNM can protest and do what they want, and somehow the police pass by? Is that what Dr. Williams was talking about? Protection from arbitrary power. Keith Rowley just went in the parliament this week and extended a state of emergency, a failed state of emergency, where under state of emergency over 1,000 citizens died of the COVID-19, where over 32,000 citizens contracted COVID-19, where Tobago pre-state of emergency and pre-Rowley's invitation was pristine, a pristine bubble of cleanliness, brilliance, and good health. And now Tobago is reeling from a prime minister who did not protect Tobago. In fact, he invited all and sundry to come and poison Tobago and Tobagonians. Is that what you're talking about? Freedom of worship. Are we seeing that in Trinidad and Tobago? Churches are closed while malls are open. Malls, you can go and spend your money, while Rowley dodges floods, dodges the black people in flood in Laventille and Maraval and all over the north of Trinidad, dodges the brown people, the Indians, East Indians in Caroni and Central and Couva, and ends up in the C3 Mall with the shiny shoe to go and check his brethren them. Is that equality? Is that freedom of worship? Hindu religion is being suffered. They believe in the open fire cremation, that for their loved ones to spend a life in eternity, they need to separate the body and the spirit. Yet this PNM has banned open fire cremations with no science whatsoever. No WHO, no PAHO, no world, nothing. Not a bit of science that bans it. But yet, because of the Hindu faith belief and political victimization, the CMO is silent for weeks and months on end, even though the Hindu worshippers and Hindu groups had tried their best to stay calm. But yet there is oppression. Why were rivers closed and continue to be closed while malls and retailers are open? Freedom of expression and assembly. All of you citizens would love to protest Rowley's arrogance, Rowley's abuse in Tobago, Rowley's COVID chaos, Rowley attacking the doctors and attacking the system and attacking the citizens, Rowley's shambolic handling of the economy, the children, the COVID-19 vaccination, the lack of procurement, the lack of options. Now he's warped with vaccinations but no education program, and coming to talk arrogantly, shout down at you. The people want to protest every aspect of Rowley, his neglect of culture, his neglect of the business community, his poor negotiation for the gas industry, his shutting down of Petrotrin, his ignoring of the labor unions. You want to protest but you can't, because he has suppressed your rights and oppressed your rights. Independence Day, would you like me to say the word happy? I think not. We shall dwell together, says Eric Eustace Williams. Are we dwelling together? Rowley plays the race card even though he loves pink more than black and brown. And at every juncture, the media assists him in playing the race card to divide this country. He plays games with resources down to food and hampers, even with flood relief and for farmers and for those who were flooded out and roads and infrastructure. He plays games so that all the yellow zone is kept in a place of devastation without resources, without help. Is that how we dwell together in unity? Every word Dr. Williams said, we are worse off. But keep in mind that Dr. Williams was lying too. And he lied then, and there's a king liar now. The greatest liar in the history of the Commonwealth. The email gate liar, the land gate liar, the Las Alturas liar, the Greenvale liar, the CEO liar, the NGC liar, the ferry liar, the Delcy gate liar, the COVID-19 liar, the vaccination liar, the Chinese liar, the Chinese HEC contract liar. Everything about Keith Rowley is a lie. But he followed from his leader, because Dr. Williams lied to Capildeo and the opposition. He lied to the country. That entire speech about unity was nonsense. He was the man who promoted Massa Day Done, which created the division. He is the one who used strength and bullying across to win elections. He is the one who brought the voting machines. He is the one who kept the country divided. He is the one that brought about this 1970 revolt, and he was supposed to be the black African leader. He is the one who banned black leaders from the USA, Panthers, and so on. Stokely Carmichael, he's the one who did not support the Orisha and the Baptist Shouter Baptist religion. It was Indian prime ministers who did that. You want me to say happy independence? I think not.